Hi everyone. Hi, hi, hi. I'm hoping I'm live. Let me check. I have so many devices on just to check if I'm actually. Oh, yes. There you go. I'm live. So excited. Thank you guys for being here. This is so exciting. Ah, I mean, if you can't tell, this is my first time being on a live stream, live reading sprints. I'm usually lurking in the chat as well. So this is the first time I'm doing this, and I'm so happy that you guys are here, that you took the time out of your day to do this with me. And yeah, let me know in the chat where you're from. Let's all get to know each other. If you're from the read along, or if you've just joined because you saw it on YouTube, and what time is it where you're at, and if you have like a little drink or a snack. With me, it's 3 p.m. for me, and I have been to work already got back, already got my groceries because we have like a holiday coming up on Monday, so it was crazy. But I got myself some sushi, so I'm gonna enjoy that later. And yeah, so excited. Let's see. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you for telling me. Yes, thank you. Hi. So glad you guys could join. Hi. Ah, thank you so much. Yes, but that's fine, Anna. That's so fine. This is my sister by this one. This is my sister, by the way. Don't worry if you're behind. We are like continuing on with reading the book, of course, but everybody might not be reading the book, so we're gonna keep it spoiler free. We can, of course, say like if we like it, if we're excited about it, if something like blew our mind, because some things are happening at the moment where we're at. And yeah. Oh, Gavin is here. Hi. Hi, hi. That's so amazing that you're here. Thank you for stopping in and have fun with your friend. Yeah, Gavin's Patreon. See, that's basically where we all know each other from, either that or Alexi's Patreon. And I'm so glad that we all found each other that way. Gavin. Gavin, don't be mean. So, yeah, so happy for all of you to be here. The way I'm thinking this is going to go is we're going to chat for a bit, get to know each other, and then we're going to do some reading or productivity sprints for about half an hour, 30 minutes ish. And we're going to chat some more, 30 minutes. And I thought maybe we would go for like 3 sprints if everybody's okay with that. But of course, we can also change the time if you want more time in between. So that's fine as well. So, is there anyone in the chat that is actually doing something else besides reading this book? Because for anybody who doesn't know, this is what we're reading in our read along. Because I love this book, I'm just a huge fan. I read this as an ARC when it came out last year, and I got this beautiful edition as well. And I'm reading about it since then, but not enough. So I thought I would do a read along this year, and I gave it 5 stars when I read it last year. I gave it 5 stars when I reread it. Wow, words. Last month, and now I'm so glad that we're doing the read along, and I'm happy that you guys are saying that you enjoyed it as well. It really is. It's such a beautiful copy, and we also had some. Let me check where it is. Some character art, and I think this is so beautiful. I can't wait for the sequel to come out and to get the special edition for that one as well. I'll be editing a couple of videos and reading some books, hopefully. Yes. I was thinking about editing as well because I have so many things that I filmed already, but I didn't get around to editing in the last couple of days. But then I'm kind of worried about my internet connection. So I think I might do that later and stick with the reading for these sprints. Also, I closed my window so my neighbors don't hear me talk, and now it's getting hot in here, so sorry if I'm boiling at some point. So, I need to read He Who Drowned the World because the library won't be back soon. Damn that library. But yeah, I want to read this as well. Sequel, right? And I love the first book. I gave it 4 stars, and I really want to know how it continues. I think it's just a two-part, right? It's a duology, so that would be fun. Ooh, you mean with this one? I'm not really sure. I might find out. I could find out when if I like find the spoiler part for the special edition books because I got this from Fediloot, and they usually tell us who did the art. But I'm not sure about this one. There's like Ash. Not sure if you can actually see this, but I might be able to find out, and I'll put that in our group chat. I'll be reading a thriller called Last Breath. Ooh, but need to schedule a Bookstagram post too. Nice. Do you like schedule your posts at this special time? Like, do you have like an idea like when it works the best? Because I usually just try to schedule something and then it just all goes out the window and I'm just posting it whenever I actually get it done. And that could be like at midnight. And then I'm kind of like, why is nobody looking at it? Why is nobody liking it? And it's because it's midnight everywhere. Yes, yes. It is really good. I basically the first time I picked it up it was because it has a bit of a like a Mulan-esque um, feeling to it, and I think that holds up if you read it. But it has such a unique writing style, and also such a unique way of looking at the whole story and the characters, and I really enjoyed the first one. So I need to get to this second book. I mean, it's 2 parts. Like I want to finish the series, so I'm gonna do. I try and post early evening, but sometimes Instagram doesn't post. Ugh, yeah, that's true. Like Instagram, you can never really trust them. But yeah, early evening, that makes sense. I should try to do that. But then I'm like, I'm done with it now at midnight. And I'm like, maybe, maybe someone out there is already looking at it. I don't want to wait and forget about it like next day. Okay. I also have this I can show you guys. So let me see. Yes. This is a template that I did for Threads That Bind, and I put it on Instagram and everything. Let me know in the chat which of these works for you. Are you more like a coffee drinker or like more like iced tea or something? Like I put coffee on Instagram, but right now I'm drinking iced tea, so fake news. I mean, come on. And then let me know if yeah, just let me know what of these so we get to know each other more. Which of these work? Do you like reality more or fantasy, like in novels and stuff? Are you more the outgoing type, going out with friends, meeting people, or do you like your cozy nights in? And of course, if you are reading the book, there is a lot of like things to do, fated to something, or having a fate thread, basically joining you with your soulmate. And you could also have like a home thread, which means that you have a special bond to your home and to the town or the place that you live. And let me know which one you would be on, like which team. Coffee, yes, yes. We usually try to find the best coffee in town whenever we're traveling. It is a mission, and we take that mission seriously. I'm definitely team tea. Honestly, my body cannot handle caffeine. True. I mean, at this point in my life, coffee just doesn't really do anything for me. I can just go to sleep anyway, which is not a good thing. But you know, I used to be nothing but tea, but I've been loving coffee since. Yeah. Welcome to the dark side. But are you just drinking like coffee black, or just do you have like a specialty coffee that you are like now obsessed with? Let me know. I mainly read fantasy, telling you people despite social anxiety. Same, same. Um, and it's interesting because like going out and meeting people isn't really the problem. I like going out and meeting people, but it does like take a lot of energy. And I know other people are going out and meeting people, and they just it gives them energy, and they feel like an energy boost. For me, I just need a nap afterwards. That's just me. Coffee, yes, yes, another coffee person. I like it. Physical book I do read on my Kindle, but never warmed up to audiobooks. I know that you listen to it. No, not a speed 5,000, but yeah, I do love to put it on higher speed the way that I would read normally because I am I am on physical copy as well and then audiobook. Normally I don't read ebooks except if I have an arc or something, but usually I read the book physically and have the audiobook on as well. And for that I can't listen to it at like normal speed because that would be way too slow for me. But that's fine. Everybody has a different way of going about it, and that's good. I mean, I noticed that now I have a problem reading books without the audiobook. So, I mean, that's also a problem because now I'm really like pissed if I don't find an audiobook for a book. So, where was I? Yeah, coffee as well. I'm an early riser. We would not get along. But I mean, that's good as well because then I can just stay up late because we're both introverts. So you would have your alone time in the morning, and I would have it in the evening. That's good. My body clock wakes me up at 7 a.m. no matter what time I went to bed. Wow, that does not happen to me, to be honest. Yes. That's interesting though. Do you have the like the Kindle version of the physical book so that you can just present the book whenever you're talking to someone and read it on your Kindle, or how do you do it? It's same. It's so hot here as well. Series, physical book, cozy night in, early riser, can sleep, sleep in, even if I want to, mix of fantasy splashed into reality, otherborn, favorite. Ooh, ooh, so much to unpack here. I love it, Michelle. Okay, so um, so your fantasy splashed into reality. So that means you are more like the urban fantasy reader. Is that it? And you're not really the epic fantasy reader. Is that mostly what you're reading? And Otherborn. Otherborn, like for everyone who hasn't read the book yet, the book has um, humans and they also have Otherborn. And Otherborn are descendants of Greek gods and have their powers. And for me, I put that I want to be human because I find their powers really like dangerous sometimes and kind of scary. I'm a little bit like a scaredy cat in that way. And also fate threat. That's so interesting. Do you think you found your fated person already, or are you still looking for it? And do you think it has always has to be like, I mean, in the book, even if you have like a fate thread, it doesn't mean you have to have this person as like a lover or like in a loving relationship. You could also have like a friendship or something. So that would be interesting to know. Cozy night in with friends person. Oh, so you're combining both of them. I see what you did there. I like it. I like it. Same social interaction strengths. Yeah. I was I had a work thing on Wednesday. I went with my boss and we went to this publishing house that invited us, and it was really fun because I mean bookish people and talking about publishing and books and stuff. So that was amazing. But we started at 9 a.m. and it went until 8 p.m. and that was just a bit too much for me. On Thursday, you couldn't do anything on Thursday. I do enjoy the feel of a physical book, but ebooks have my heart. I love that they don't take up space in the house. True. And once I read a book, I so rarely reread, so it feels wasteful to have physical. Okay, that makes sense. I am partial to a good reread, especially if it's a like one that I loved or that I might think that I changed my mind about. So that's why I can't really let go of books, even if I wasn't like 100% for it, because I think like maybe I want to reread it in a year or something, but to get better at unhauling and just keeping like, my favorites. Because you're right. I mean, I would never want to move because I have so many books. I'm already sorry for whoever helps me like, move to my next home. Would be series, physical copy, cozy night in, early riser, and fantasy. So many early risers here. I mean, am I the only one who likes them? Um, I'm terrible at buying the ebooks of my physical book. My bank account is not happy. But if there's like a sale, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. That's the rule. Audiobooks, I try to use my library as much as possible. I do have audiobooks of some of my physical books as well. Um, True. I have like 3 apps that give me like audiobooks, which is amazing, because buying a book and then getting the audiobook both are is just insane sometimes. Uh, yeah, I really enjoy getting books from the library as well. Also, that gives me a way of prioritizing some books because if I get the audiobook and the library needs it back, then I know what to read next, which is always happening. That's basically always like my last hurrah is like, oh no, I need to give it back tomorrow. Now I'm gonna read it tonight, and hopefully get through it quickly. Oh yeah, I mean, don't tell your boyfriend. But yeah, maybe your corgi. I can tell you that's true. I mean, I have my cat, so my favorite mate walked into my life, and I knew he was. Oh, sorry about the love dump. No, please give us all a lovey-dovey. I love it. Yes, thank you. It's good to know that that actually exists, and I'm so happy for you. Since my library has Libby, I'm yes in love with ebooks. Libby is the best, and I'm using like a German library for it, and also one in the US. So love it. If one of them doesn't have the ebook or the audiobook, then the other one has. Even if by some with some books I'm like on the waiting list and I'm on I think the spot is 537 or something for funny story. So gotta wait for that one. Oh, see, if you see like a picture of this dog, you would understand. She's so cute. Ooh, that's good though. But where do you like put the like? When do you unhaul it? Like when have you not adored the book? Is it only 5 stars that you keep, or is it if you rate your books, or is it like a 3 stars where it's a cutoff? Cutthroat though, I like that. Early riser, but you won't find me in the office before 10 a.m. That's good. I mean, I'm always saying I want to get up earlier just to get something done, but I never do. It's the lie I tell myself. You will keep your secret, Anna. I do read mainly fantasy, but have a love of history books. Oh, that's nice though. I love. Do you read historical fantasy though? So you have like both things, like both worlds in it. She's right there, but she's giving me an evil eye, so I'm not gonna. So, oh, okay. What? If the whole series wasn't a 5 star, they have to go? What? Oh my God. What if you have like 5 star in it, and then the next one is maybe a 3, and the next one after that is a 4? Do you really just get rid of all of them? I could never. I could never. Wow, that is cutthroat. girl, you're right. Oh, yeah, and see, like, 8:30, 9 AM, that's early for me if I don't have to go to work in a bookstore. Mm, that would still be early. Oh, you've got yours. I'm so happy for you. See, I love that, I love that. Okay, so I caught up with everyone's comments. Oh, okay, but isn't the yeah, okay. Wow, I need your wisdom, I need to learn how to do that. Historical fantasy is difficult for me to process unless it's accurate. However, I understand that to make a story can always be historically accurate. That's true. That's true. I think it depends for me if the author puts in like an author note and explains why they changed what they changed and like what exactly they changed. Like maybe they put something that happens a bit earlier so that it works with the story. Um, but if it's too far-fetched or if they're trying to romanticize something, I don't like that either. So I get it. But it's also sometimes fun to see like if they take like a historic event and think how could this have happened or what would this mean if there was fantasy involved, like a fantasy like magic or something. I like those. Mm, true, true. I mean, I moved here 11 years ago, and the day that I moved in, my family was like, "We're never helping you again. You have to stay here forever." And that's fair. It's, oh, I mean, I live way up in my building, so we don't have elevator. So yeah, that's not gonna be a good day when I move. True, true. See? That's just mean. Okay, I we have already talked longer than I thought we would, but I'm happy about it. Thank you so much for doing that with me. I will let's see if I can find nope, nope. I want this one. Yes, there you go. So we are gonna read or be productive for half an hour. And if someone worked with a kitty before, it does meow, so I'm hoping nobody gets scared by it. And I will see you guys when the timer goes off. Have fun. Okay, seeing this tells me that the cat actually made a sound. It did not with me. Just for a second, I was like, why is there still 4 minutes on the clock? Okay, so welcome back. How did everybody do? Was everybody scared by the cat or? Ah, okay, so it did make a sound for you guys. Okay, maybe. Oh, sorry about that. Um, maybe I need to do something different on my end next time so that I actually hear it. So I only read a chapter of this because I was distracted, not gonna lie, but it's one of my favorite scenes or one of my favorite chapters of the whole book because we have not only a revelation about the main love interest and Io, or is it Io, Io? I think it's Io. But we also have more interaction between the three sisters, and yeah, I really love the depiction of sisterhood and what it means if you're on two or maybe even three different sides to an argument. So really, really liked it. Sorted out the washing, cleaned up my lunch bits, and nearly finished with editing my unhaul. Wow, that is a lot that you did there. I actually filmed an unhaul yesterday because, as always, I left it for the last minute, and I would have to send the unhaul today in order for me to get the money that I want for the books. But I'm not sure if that's gonna make it today. I might just have to send it in later and hope for the best. I managed 14 pages in Tangleroot Palace, which is not the book I need to read, but oh well. I mean, if it spoke to you, it spoke to you. That's fine. I totally get it. I normally have my TBR and I want to read certain books, but then I just stumble upon something and I'm like, ooh, maybe I should read this instead. And then I just forget about my TBR. I read 2 chapters. Yay! Read 10 pages, but had to do some chores as well. Nice. I mean, that's what these sprints are for productivity and reading, whatever we need to get done. I understand the sisters so much, being the youngest of 3 sisters. Same, same. And it's interesting to see like what kind of role they have in their relationship, and also how like that affected not only their way of being in their whole lives, but also how they yeah take up this whole mystery aspect of the story. If they are like want to know more about the things that happen, or if they just want to maybe let it lie, and also just the way they interact with each other. It's really good. I like it. I mean, what changed? Maybe maybe you need to go back to the way that you did it before. But is it because you have so many more books that you want to read now, or is there something that's keeping you from going to your TBR and being like, yeah, this is what I need to read next? Yay! Oh, did you mean this one? Wasn't really sure what you went with it. Sorry. You know, I finished that fine. Love it, love it. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed the ending. It was quite mind blowing. Let me know if you liked it, and let me know if you're looking forward to the sequel coming out next month. Tangleroot Palace is a short story collection. I have been struggling with reading this week, so I want to try to read a story a day, and hopefully after that story, feel like reading more. But that's good. I mean, any way of getting out of that reading slump. I had the biggest slump in April because I read a lot in March, so April was kind of like a month. I reread a lot. So I did read some. I didn't really read anything that I wanted to read. So Here's a little insight into my upcoming wrap up. It did not go well with the reading, with the magical readathon. So, but I read some, and you just need to do anything that you can in order to get out of that reading slump. For me, actually, this took me out of the reading slump. So I'm really happy that I reread it in April, because I wasn't feeling any book that I read, and this one just pulled me back in. I'm really happy. And if short stories are for you, then maybe that's the way to do it. Did you enjoy the story that you read? Did it help with the getting back into reading? Let us know. Over a year? No, no. You have to get out of there. Let us help you. I tried reading loads of authors from Rare, and I put myself in a slump from all the terrible writing. I think Rare is self-published works, right? I'm not sure. But yeah, sometimes if you, I mean, it's always good to try new authors and try to see what else is out there, because publishing can be very, very narrow-minded in some aspects. But yeah, some of these aren't really good. So ignore those and go back to maybe a favorite series or something else. Ooh, back to fan fiction when I slump. See, I never really got into fan fiction, and I'm kind of, it's so daunting because there's so much, and I feel like there's so much to know about certain things, because like stories refer to other stories in fan fiction. So I'm always kind of like intimidated to start it. But let me know if you have like a favorite site or a favorite story that I should check out. I will try to do that. I did like it, especially as we started getting more answers and reveals, and it makes me very glad that the second one is coming out soon. Yay! Yeah, no waiting a year for this for you, so I'm happy for you. I actually have the arc for the next one, so right after I finish my reread of this with you guys, or the read along, I will go and read that one. I'm in a group with people who have the arc, and I've heard nothing but raving reviews, so it seems to be a very good conclusion conclusion to the story. So I'm really happy. And for those of you who don't know, the sequel is coming out on the 18th of June. So, oh, just in a month. See how I did this? I mean, it's as if I did this on purpose. So in just a month, it will be out. I would read around 15 to 20 books a month on my Kindle. Okay. But is it because you started reading like physical books? Maybe go back to just reading Kindle. But I mean, you said that you read mostly Kindle and an audiobook. So, but sometimes you just have a year where it just doesn't work, and you're gonna find a way to get back into it. I'm sure of it. And we're gonna do all the read-alongs and all the buddy reads that you need in order to get to that TBR. Maybe we can, after we finish this one, we can all decide if we want to continue with another book, maybe something that's on your TBR that you want to read, and then we can discuss, because I love our little groups. But it's like 5 or 6 a month on average now. But I mean, 5 or 6 a month, that's still good. That's amazing, actually, if you just keep going with it. But I mean, that's also, do you DNF? Do you not finish maybe some books? Because if you're feeling like slumpy, or maybe a book isn't something that you would like, or it takes a toll, like it takes a turn into something that you didn't expect from the book and you're not really feeling it, maybe just put it down and read something else. And maybe count those DNFs if you've read enough pages of it. Because for me, it took me a while to actually not finish a book. I used to always finish every book I read because I felt like I put so much energy and time into those. But really, they just make you slump, and in the end, you hate the book, and you're like, why did I do this to myself? I mean, we always stop watching maybe a show or like a movie when we say this is boring or this is not what we signed up for. So why not with books? How about all everybody else? Are you DNFing books, or do you keep like doing it? Maybe some people like not liking books because they like to like see what their like tastes are and I don't know. Let me know. I'm glad these sprints are happening today because honestly, all I feel like doing right now is watch Bridgerton. I did watch all of it like in one go. Yeah, I am a fan. I I'm not going to spoil anything. Don't worry. I do like that they did it in two parts. Some people don't like that. I'm on the team that I actually like it because I would have just binged all of it, and then I would have to wait to another like 2 years, and yeah, that's a long time to wait for a series. I did think the fourth episode was felt a little bit rushed, but I didn't read the books. Did you read the books before watching the show, or are you just a fan of the show? Let me know. Self-published fantasy romance authors. Yeah, I mean, they can be really, really good, which we can actually see because a lot of self-published books are now traditionally published, and they get the stage they deserve, which is great. And I have some self-published authors that I love and would read anything by them. But yeah, there are a lot of like self-published authors that might want to invest in an editor or something. Right, right, Charlotte. See, we all think you're amazing. Yes, your absolute favorite book of all times. Um, if you, yeah, that's something that I would actually do. Maybe if you've read it like in the last couple of years, because sometimes we have a favorite from way back when we were younger, and then we find out that it's not actually doesn't really hold up. So maybe take something that you've read like a year ago, 2 years ago, like whenever you had those 15 to 20 books a month, and maybe go from there, or something, or like read a new book by an author that you had a favorite of, so you know that you will write you will like the writing style, maybe something like that. As real. Okay. I mean, I still have to catch up with that series, not gonna lie. A lot of Sarah J Maas is still waiting for me to read it, and I'm kind of scared. After that novella with the snowball fight, I'm not, I don't know. But yeah, I think I would wait for that storyline as well. Okay, that would usually help, but just made me want to get. Yeah, okay, that's true. Do you know if she's writing one though? Because I know a lot of people are waiting for that spin-off. Oh. Fourth Wing and Iron Flame made me excited about books again, but not enough to cure the slump. Okay, true. I mean, I am still I softly DNF'd Iron Flame after I I had to go out and get it right when it came out, and I read like a couple of chapters and then I put it down because I don't know. I thought it would get me into a slump, but I loved Fourth Wing, so I might want to go back to it. Who? Right, right. We all need him. We'll accept. Yeah. I did all of it on purpose. Yes, yes. Oh, okay. You didn't have that, but that's good. I mean, if you don't feel it, you don't feel it. Yeah, I caught my DNFs when I read. Okay, that's a good page count. Yeah, they did it so well, and I love how I mean we've had like a promo for it for like a year now, so we've been waiting and waiting, and I just love the representation in this one. I mean, we also have like disability rep in this season. I would have loved to have more characters have a disability that we know about, like not just in passing. But yeah, they did a good job. Have you read the books or did you try the first season or something? Because I mean, the first season has its problems, but I just love the feel of it and the whole vibe and the whole world and the family. I just love the family. I don't really read romance, so not no interest in the Bridgerton books, but I like what they do with the show. I want to rewatch the first seasons first. Fair, fair. Like historical romance is not typically my thing as typically wow, it's I know now that an hour since I started this. Now my brain is kind of mush. So I typically don't read romance either, like the historical kind. But I've heard good things about the series in general, except for that one thing in the first book. So okay. I mean, it always takes a while for her to write it though, so it might be still a while before. And I hope that everybody's hopes and dreams are happening in that book, because we all want that story. And I hope that we don't hype it up too much and then feel disappointed when it comes out. But no, that's not happening. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to be worth the wait. Never read the books or watched any of the series. No idea why. Sometimes you just don't really feel like it, and that's fine. And to be honest, we always have to wait for like 2 years before we get a new season, so I don't know. But it's a great thing to binge. So if you have the time and you feel like something light and fluffy, you go for it. And if you don't like it, that's fine as well. You can just stop watching it. My best friend loves the Bridgerton books, and we are pretty much opposites. So she is stunned that I like the show. She doesn't like it though, just the books. Okay, see, maybe, yeah. I do think that there is an overlap with people who do like both, but yeah, maybe they do have to change a lot for it to make sense, like in the TV show. So I only read like the first half of the first book after the first season, and I softly DNF'd it because I knew what was coming and I didn't want to read about it. But I might want to like pick up the other siblings books just to see if I like it. I DNF'd the Duke and I made it to Daphne and Simon's first love scene. I couldn't read anymore. The cringe. I mean, steamy scenes are very difficult to write, I believe, and to read sometimes. So fair. Um, for me, and I mean, I don't know about you guys. I mean, I do love the very subtle, very slow burn love story in this one as well, because for me, like Fourth Wing, I didn't really need the steamy scenes because they kind of made me laugh. But I understand if people want some steamy scenes. That's fair. I mean, maybe some people love that. I mean, it is, you have a picture in your head right away, right? It's dying of laughter and secondhand embarrassment. I mean, that's true though, with the secondhand embarrassment. But I do always find it interesting when some people are raving about a book, even though they don't like romance, and they're like, "Oh, these spicy scenes or these steamy scenes are really good." Then you can get me on board with those. So I would pick it up and try it. But also, I just want the scenes to make sense for the plot. I don't just want like smutty scenes with some plot thrown in there. I just want it to be, for it to make sense. Let's just say that. I was under the impression the books were a lot more big, but I may be misunderstanding, so I never read them. I have not read them. Maybe if someone in the chat read them, they can attest to that. But it is a romance, and the diversity that we see in the TV show isn't there in the books. So it is basically just historical romance, with like a lot of the tropes that we sometimes like, sometimes not. But if you want to check it out, go for it. I mean, if you have certain tropes that you like, maybe see which of the siblings has that trope in their love story and just go for that book. You don't have to read them in order, I think, because you can kind of guess that all of them end with a happy ending. So you are not going to get spoiled for anything, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't want to be mistaken, but that's what I would think. All I kept thinking was, sorry, I'm not going to say that name because I'm going to butcher it. Would never say that. Okay. I recently read Bride, and that final love scene was not. At least they didn't use any weird terms for body parts. I have little experience with all of that. I've heard something about that book, and why people are maybe a bit put off by some of the steamy scenes. I only started reading it. I didn't continue with it yet. I did like some of her other books, so I might get back into it. But I think it also has like the fated lover trope in that one, and I'm normally not a fan, even though it is a huge thing in this one. But yeah, but let me know if okay, just post it. A little question. Let me know if you like the fated lovers trope. Like for me, sometimes it's a bit too easy. If you know you're fated, it just takes some of the tension away from the plot, and I just want them to have a bit of angst. Not too much, but a bit. And that's sometimes why I don't gravitate towards those books. But yeah. I'm the same. I need the romance to make sense and take a bit of time. Insta-Love Lust is not for me. Same. Insta-Love, nope. Nope, that can just go out the window. Don't need it, don't want it, don't like it. Insta-Lust, I sometimes understand, but only to a degree. And I don't really typically enjoy it, especially if they're supposed to be like enemies to lovers, and from the beginning they lust after each other. I don't really get it, but yeah. I nearly died at the end. Could have done without that nodding. Yeah, see, nodding. I heard about that. So maybe I just want to read the whole book because of that. Not because I want to, but I want to be in the know. You're right. I just want to know what everybody's talking about. Don't want to be left out. But let me know if I should just not go for it. And so I love enemies lovers. Yeah, mostly like I said, mostly it is a slow burn with enemies to lovers. I mean, sometimes they're not really enemies; they just don't like each other, or they have wrong opinions of each other, and then like after two chapters, they're in love. I don't like that. I do like it when it's very subtle, if it's very subtle and it just grows organically between them. So I like that. I also I'm mostly a fan not of enemies to lovers. I like reluctant helper to lovers. Like if someone has to work together, but they don't really hate the other person, but they're kind of inconvenienced by them, and then they find out that they have a heart of gold. Love that trope. Ooh, okay. 2 stars for Bride. Have you read any other books by Hazelwood? I would love to know if you like those more, because she does work a lot with tropes and being a bit much, a bit over the top, and a bit like fan fiction with some of her books. Um, I read Check and Mate, this last book that I read by her, and I really loved it. I enjoyed it. But maybe it's because it doesn't really have steamy scenes like on the page. Maybe that's why. One of the many reasons why I didn't like Divine Rivals was the romance. Okay, fair. Can I ban you from this? Kidding. I did enjoy Divine Rivals. It's been a while since I read it, and I still have the sequel on my TBR. Um, I mean, I don't really remember how it went. I know they didn't like each other in the beginning because they both worked for the same paper, but I don't remember like when it changed with the romance. So I couldn't really argue with you on that one, but I did enjoy it, and I liked the setting in this one as well, because Divine Rivals has a very like setting that reminds us of the Second World War, but with magic, and I think that was very uniquely done. So I really like that. I'll be reading Pride next month. I'm scared. Yes, maybe we should be scared. Maybe we should. Maybe that should be our next buddy read. Just so that we can laugh together. I didn't mind the nodding thing, but oh, that's such a good girl. Oh. Now you see, you don't. No. Good girl. No. I mean, he is a werewolf, so maybe that's just part of his nature to be like, good boy, good girl, yeah. Ugh, no. I like the Fated Lovers when it's done well. True. And again, I think it needs to be explained in the plot, and it has to make sense, like in the world building, and not just to be like a convenient plot point. They need to work for it. X is good. I don't mind romance in books as long as it's long drawn out and not insta love, spice, spice, spice. Yeah, exactly. I think we're all the same with that one. I mean, some spice is good, and for example, I really like the what is that one series called with the sister witches, Wolf Gone Wild? Is that the first book? I don't remember the way the name of the whole series, but that has a lot of smut in it, and I enjoyed it because I really like the humor in it. It does have some cringy moments, but I really enjoy it as well. So there are some good smutty, spicy books out there. Not the good girl. Yeah, that is gonna be very cringy. I don't like the fated lovers trope because I don't find it romantic that it's not the person you've fallen for, just the universe choice. Exactly, and I think that's also what is happening in this book, because there is this whole question about would we like each other if it's not like if no not like a bigger a deity told us to like each other, and it also takes away from the whole I'm meeting you for the first time. There's tension. Is this like a feeling that I have? Yeah. It also makes like there might be a difference between if people know about the fated love or if they only find out later. Maybe that makes a difference. Okay. I'm guessing you probably won't, but I mean, this one was a lot like with the whole supernatural element. The others are very much just romance, but if you're not into romance, I mean, the thing I liked about Check and Mate is that it also has like a very big aspect of family and the responsibility that the main character takes to take care of her family and her sisters, and just the love interest and the romance aspect was done in a very well done in a very well way, if that makes sense. And I actually enjoyed the chess part because I usually don't like chess, but I liked it in the book. It was explained very well, and I thought it was interesting to see and learn more about women in that field, because like with STEM you don't really have a lot of women there, and there's a reason for it, and that reason is men are idiots and assholes. I liked Bride. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed the plot, and then that was resolved, and I was like, "What's gonna happen now?" I forgot it was a romance. Oh, okay, but if the plot is done at like the 50% mark, like yeah, I need the plot to go until the end, and the romance accompany it till the end. I don't want like a 2 part. I don't want them to have to work to do something and then they're done and it's like you still have half the book to go. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Bride isn't for me either. I really liked, yeah, I like the novellas as well. Even though I'm not, I'm usually I like the full novel instead of the novella, but I like those as well. I liked was it the wintry one? I like that one. Chicken mate. Yes, it had you giggling. That's true. I laughed a lot with that one. And I loved all the characters and that she had so much going on just with her family and home life, and also the aspect of making money and making ends meet. I like that. 3.5. I really liked that one. I didn't read the other 2 romances though. So I heard not so many good things about the sequel, but I heard people loved the third one. About a film review for Divine Rivals and Ruthless Fast. Oh, I know. I saw you talking about it in other chats that you didn't enjoy it. So I think I'm gonna wait until I've read the sequel in order to, yeah, to not go into the book hating it because of what you said. But it's fine. We can have different opinions. I know other people didn't like Chloe Gong's, what's it called again? I just reviewed it, and other people didn't like it, and it's fine. We all have different opinions about books and different things that we like. Yes, let's. I'm open to it. Like I said, I started reading it and I liked the world building. I liked like the stakes, and I liked the way that the different supernatural beings are like introduced. Um, Maybe we need to buddy read it to get through it. Yes, let's cringe together. That's true, me too. What? No, okay. Wolf Gone Wild, it's something. I mean, I did enjoy the sequel more because it had a vampire in it, and I'm more like the vampire girly than the werewolf girly. Because the did you listen to the audiobook for those though? Because it's hilarious because the wolf has its own like voice narrated, and yeah, it's a bit much, but you can get into it. I mean, sorry. Okay. I actually like witches, so maybe that's why we have different opinions. I do love a good witch in a book, or like a good bad witch in a book. Now I can't remember which book, but I have read a book where a character was like, "I don't need you, I want you," and that's so much better. I don't need you, I want you, and that's so much better. I don't know, but maybe other people know. I'm so bad at remembering things and like specific lines. That's true. But I mean, it's the same with prophecies. Like, if you're prophesized to be the hero, can you still make the decision to be the hero, or are you just fated to be it? And you can't really. Maybe that's also why I don't love prophecy books. Other people love it. I don't really. Except if people turn it around. Like, for example, I. What is it called again? See, now I don't remember the name, but it basically had the prophesized hero be killed after 5 minutes being inside the book, and I like that because it just turned everything upside down. Everybody was kind of like, "Ooh, we're doomed. We're all gonna die," and the now new hero had to go about being like, "Yeah, we can still save the world if we want to, but maybe not." um, yes, sorry, Kitty. Yes, we will get back to reading. Okay, fair, fair. Don't read the rest of the series then. We will read some more. Is 30 minutes okay for everyone? I hope so. If not, then we can make the last one a bit longer. But yeah, we're gonna start, and I will see you guys later. Okay, this time I heard it. Welcome back. How did everybody do? I actually switched. I actually switched the book that I was reading. I put Threads That Bind down for a second, and I was reading Somewhere in the Deep by Tanvi Berwa because I have to return it to the library in a couple of days, and I wanted to give it a try because I have another book by this author, and I tried a chapter of that, and I really enjoyed the chapter, so I thought I would give this one a try. But so far, I'm like 10% in, and we already had 2 fights, like to the death, and I kind of need something else to happen right now. But I am enjoying the whole like world building of it because that's very interesting as well. Your cat jumped. Oh, I'm sorry. A second, like 2-3 seconds before the kitty said something, my cat started drinking and made a very weird noise. So that's why I was laughing. I didn't read this time. I started decluttering my kitchen. Nice. I knew you wanted to do that for a very long time. So there you go. Productivity. I like. I need to do that as well at some point. Not going to happen today, though. Finished editing and just watched Dylan is in Trouble. Don't know that one. Is that a series? A movie? What is it? I finished my story in Tangleroot Palace and read more of Sunbringer. Still not the book I need to read. But the e-reader with He Who Drowned the World ran out of power. I mean, the choice was taken away from you with this one, right? But Sunbringer, I enjoyed that one so much. I liked it even more than Godkiller, so you're in for a treat. Hope you enjoy it. 26 pages, nice. Finished chapter 27 of Threads That Bind, nice. Are you still enjoying it? I thought I would really try to keep this to like 5 minutes of chat and then do one more like 20 minutes sprint because we were too chatty before. And I thought these sprints would go until like 5 p.m. my time, which is in a minute. But yeah, I really didn't want to stop chatting with you guys before, and I really enjoyed it. So we will keep it brief now, and then later we can do this in another time again. But now I also have this. We already did this. I wanted to chat about this for a second because it's another template that I did, and even if you haven't read the book yet, doesn't matter. I'll explain for a second. This means that your threads basically connect you with things and places and feelings and people and experiences that you love that mean the world to you. So I would love to know what your threads, where they would lead. People, places, whatever. I would be really interested to know. Are you enjoying Sunbringer? It's on my TBR. Didn't know if I should reread Godkiller. Do you know the ending of Godkiller? Do you still remember like the last, like where we left off? Because it does take place right after. So if you know where all the people are, but they do explain like what happened. But if you remember like the big reveal in the end, then you should be fine. If not, maybe just read like the last couple of chapters to get back into it. But yeah, I enjoy Sunbringer very, very much. I'm 70 pages into Sunbringer. It was a buddy read, but I kind of fell apart. The others didn't love it though. That's too bad. But I mean, it's better to then stop the buddy read and you go on and see if you enjoyed your by yourself rather than having other people hate the book and keep talking about not liking the book. I mean, that might happen with Bride if we do the buddy read. But that's another kind of buddy read where we kind of know that we're gonna dish out about the novel. Dylan is in Trouble as a YouTuber who does reactions. Highly recommend. He's really funny. Okay, I will have to check him out then. I I'm not really. I know a lot of like booktube people, but I don't really watch any other YouTube. So I would always love to have recommendations like this. So I will check them out. I reread the last 30 pages of Godkiller. That helped. Exactly. Oh, easy. Coffee Ruby, my dog Gabriel, my boyfriend, each of my family members. Night Kitchen, my favorite restaurant in Berlin. Yes, my bed. Love napping. My friends, just at the top of my head. Nice. So many things. I love that. Because, I mean, if we like think about what really makes us tick and what we gravitate towards, those are the things I think that our threads would connect us with. And so many things are the same with us, and yeah, I love it. I also had like Edinburgh on my list because I've my sister and me we traveled there for 2 vacations now, and we already know that we want to go back, and I love it. So it's stuff like that, just things that you keep thinking about that might be on your list. Probably my partner and family, my cat, hometown, and the bookshop. Oh, the bookshop I like. Do you have like a favorite bookstore where you live? Is it like an indie bookstore or is it like a chain that you prefer? Um, I think my threats would go to my cat. I love that our pets are like one of the first things that we mention. My family, my best friend, my flat, I don't know, probably also my work in a way. And for favorite places, Rome. Oh, Rome. I've never been. I've heard not to go during like the summer months because it's excruciating. Wow, nope, not going to say that word. It's so supposed to be so hot during those months. Um, but yeah, I would love to visit sometime. And also work. Yeah, I mean, we do, if we enjoy our work, of course, a threat might lead to it. It doesn't mean that we have to love every second of it, right? So, yeah. There's Waterstones in my town, but I love finding indie bookshops. Waterstones is amazing, and they always have so many pretty special editions. So I think my thread would lead there as well if I would have one. We have which what I like really much is that I in the town where I live, we don't have many of the big chains. We actually do only have indie bookstores, so that's really nice. And I work in one, and I enjoy that we can decide what we want to have in the store, what we want to recommend to people. I love that. Husband, kids, family, girlfriends, books, art, Florence, cheese, cheese. I love that. Cheese. Just a few. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm sorry, but cheese, that's so random. But at the same time, I totally get it. Totally get it. I'm a dessert person. I love it. A desert person, sorry. I love it hot. So Rome is perfection. I really love my job, but I have been having a hard time at the university where I work right now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're having a hard time. Is it because of the work or the people? I mean, one of those things you can change. I hope that it's the people and that they leave soon. But yeah, sometimes you have like a phase or like a couple of months or weeks, hopefully shorter time period where it just doesn't really work. And you kind of have to see if the reason why it's not working is something that you can change, or is it because of you? Have you changed towards your work? And maybe think about if you want to change profession, or if there's like a little thing that you can change that maybe makes it a bit better. Yes. Yes, that's true though. I mean, I used to not get it, but I totally do now. Like if I don't feel like cooking and I just want to have like a good evening, then I'm just gonna make a board, and it doesn't really take much, but it looks good and it makes you feel fancy. And I'm so happy that I still have my sushi in the fridge, so that's where I'm gonna go after sprints. Same, sending all the positive vibes and the hugs and the love, and I hope that you get back to loving your work. Some few people, I hate that, but mostly just the vibe of the department. But my contract ends in a year, so then I will go somewhere else. Okay, that's I mean that's the time that you can actually see an end to, so that's good. But I hate when it's the people that just give the whole department a weird vibe. And I hope that the next time that you have to change the job, that you find the people that make it really special. So, okay, I said I would keep it brief, and that's what I will do. I'm going to change it to 20 minutes. I hope that's okay with everybody. And, oop, that's not the one I want. I want this one. And I will see you, wow, words. And I will see you in 20 minutes. Welcome back. How did everybody do? I read another chapter of the book, and actually something happened, so now I'm really glad to continue. Let me take off the banner. I hope it was okay that it was only 20 minutes. I actually started also the audiobook for this one, and I had to stop that one right away because I didn't really get along with the audiobook narrator. I liked her, like her voice enough, but she had a very like, I'm not even sure like what the right word would be. She would cut off her sentences really like, so there's a word for it. I had it in my mind a second ago, but yeah. So I had to sadly stop the audiobook and just read it with my eyeballs now. So yeah. No, wanted to go with this one. Uploaded my unhaul video. Nice. I think I just saw that. So I will watch it later. But are you happy with it? How it turned out? I read some more pages in Sunbringer. After the sprints, I will look for the charger for my e-reader. Good. We will ask you later if you actually managed to read it. If not, that's also not a problem. I mean, am I the only one who returns books to the library after not reading them and then basically getting them again? Or is that just me? I shall be filming my review soon now that the sun has finally decided to come out. Oh, okay, that's nice. The sun is kind of setting here, so maybe my sun has now arrived at your place. It has been very nice though, but we are supposed to have like lightning storms over the next couple of days, so I read another 14 pages. Nice. I finished another chapter and started storing my winter clothes away. So yes, my room is a mess right now. I mean, kitchen, now the winter clothes, you're doing it. You are very productive. I am very proud. Read another 2 chapters. Things are getting good. Nice. Do you have like a favorite scene or a favorite moment where you were like, oh? By the way, the chapter that I read after like from the third part, the first chapter that after that, I love that she's wearing like this big ugly orange sweater. That's kind of how I picture her every time, and that's I used AI to do some like mock-ups of the characters, and that's why she has an orange sweater on because of that. Also, the picture that I have for the reading sprints, there are little like honeybees on it, and that's also because of something that Aday likes to collect. I don't know if you caught that. Except as it can be, editing is still not my forte. Yeah, same. Every time I'm kind of mad at myself for having to take so long to edit, and I don't think it's ever going to be a favorite of mine, but I'm guessing we're going to get used to it, and at some point it's going to be second nature for us. Oh, you're welcome. I am so happy with how it all turns out and with our little group here, and I'm glad that everybody had the time to be productive and like get some reading done. I would really hate to return unfinished. I want to know how it ends. Same. But I mean, you can borrow it again. Is there like a very long line of people wanting to read it? We will be having a barbecue after sprints. Whoop. Nice. Enjoy it for me as well. I would love to be there. I'm gonna invite myself over sometime. Thank you for the sprints and the fun chatty bits. Yes, thank you to you guys. The chatty bits were amazing. I might also watch. Yes, I have been thinking of doing that as well. I've also been binge watching The Trader, like all the seasons that are out there. So, but yeah, hopefully I will get some more reading done tonight, or I might just not do anything tonight and just continue something with tomorrow. I also have Monday off, so that's good as well. It was amazing. Thanks for the motivational vibes. You're welcome. Getting things done feels great. That's true. I also return library books without reading a single word of it. Yeah. And I kind of feel bad about it because I know, especially like if other people are waiting. So I'm trying to be better with it, to not just wait until the last minute to start and read them, but also if I see other people are like want to read them and there's like a long line, I might just return it because there are so many books and we only have so little time. Thank you. Now some time today with y'all. You're always welcome over to the UK. Thank you. Sometime we will make this work. Thanks for the friends. You're welcome. I think I will leave it here. And hopefully you guys had a good time. Now it's not working anymore. Why can't I? Okay. My internet is saying I should go. So I hope you guys had fun. I hope you have a great evening or day wherever you are at. And I hope to see you back soon. And until then, like I always say, I hope you have all the great reads. Bye.